I'm Jim Smirsic, parishioner at Holy Cross Parish, and I've been a parishioner for about 4 to 5 years, Catholic all my life. I have a family of 4 daughters and 9 grandchildren. I'm a retired physician. I'm going to speak about chapter 19, and it's the first, the last, and the only communion. When I received my communion at 7 years old, it's the most memorable thing of my youth. I practiced for several months and thought about it endlessly, and I could not wait for the day. When the day finally came, when the priest placed that host in my mouth and I received the wine, I could not believe that Jesus would come into me in that form. And it was just a change in my life, and I've never been the same since. I also was able to be at my grandson's first communion. He was 12 years old, which is a little bit unusual, but he had a lot of life circumstances that kept him from getting it at 7. And when he practiced for communion, he had done it several times because it had been delayed each time. We finally decided to have it at our house about 3 months ago, and Father Jim came and had Mass. And before Father Jim gave the communion to Patrick, he asked Patrick, what do you want today? And Patrick was all ready. He says, I want to receive Jesus, and I want to get to know him better. And then Father Jim gave him his first communion. And he sat there for a couple minutes just in awe of what had just happened to him. And everybody that attended the Mass was in awe of what happened. Wasn't a dry eye in the place. And we had a great celebration. I also had another experience of communion with my mom. She was 93 years old in a nursing home, and she was in hospice, very weak. She was not going to live much longer. I brought communion to her every week, and this was just the regular communion for her. I brought it to her, and her eyes just lit up. I brought out the Eucharist, put it before her, and then we said some prayers to prepare. And when I gave her the Eucharist, I said, body of Christ. But then she realized that she wasn't able to swallow the host today. So we broke it into several pieces, gave it to her piece by piece, and she just was enthralled with each bite that she had. You could see that she was very much in the presence of God and had really received Jesus. And we celebrated that moment. I've also celebrated the Eucharist many times in my life, probably 60,000. And some of the times I've received have not been very good or very memorable. Sometimes distracted, my mind completely on something else, or a child misbehaving, or a few times I had too much alcohol to drink. And I was embarrassed about this because many times I had taken Eucharist for granted. Jesus was always there in his fullness, but I took him for granted. I heard the talk about the first, last, and only communion, and that had a big impact on me. What if I started thinking that way, that it might be my last communion, like it had been for my mom? And it helped with my distraction, helped with my devotion, and I had very few communions that were not devoted and focused on the Lord and open to the Lord. So what I would recommend for you from the first, the last, and only communion is that if you can be like my grandson Patrick and focus on Jesus, who you receive in the Eucharist, and get to know him better. Thanks.